Hey, good morning and welcome to Coffee with Democrats. Boy, I tell you what, today has turned out to be a special day, and it's going to be really exciting for us here on Coffee with Democrats. I still got the slideshow I'm going to work on first, and I want you to really watch this because the excitement that I felt as a delegate going to the Democratic National Convention in Chicago was unbelievable. It was so exciting. And after this debate that we had just a couple of days ago, we need to continue to get this excitement and be excited about being Democrats, folks. We just got to be excited about being Democrats because we really have the momentum on our side. We've got to continue to build that momentum. But guess what? This race is not finished. We have to plan on running through the finish line. We can't stop short of it. We got to run clear through it. If we learn nothing in 2016, that is that we have to go out here and we have to go full bore all the way through November 5th. We cannot stop short. We can't take anything for granted. We've got to keep the excitement and keep everything going. So, folks, please sit back and enjoy this next little segment that I've got. I think you will really enjoy the next 20 minutes. And then after that, guess what? I almost forgot. After that, we've got a special guest joining us today. Representative Jacob Rosecrants from House District 46 in Oklahoma. He's going to be joining us live. What an outstanding day this is going to be for us to be able to talk to an actual representative. He's running again, and we got to support him as well. So, folks, this is an exciting day. I am excited. I'm just beyond excited on this. So please watch and share and let everybody know. You know, we've got to get as many people on here to watch and enjoy this. So there we go. Got the crawl going at the bottom. So please sit back and enjoy the next 20 minutes that we have of this next presentation.
How do you cast your vote?
Hello from Oklahoma, where we fight for the future for all Oklahomans to be proud of. The future where working families thrive, our diversity is our strength, and our values like freedom, equality, and opportunity puts us ahead and makes Oklahoma proud. We cast our 36 votes for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
To our President Joe Biden. When I think about the path that we have traveled together, Joe, I am filled with gratitude. Your record is extraordinary, as history will show, and your character is inspiring. And Doug and I love you and Jill and are forever thankful to you both. And to Coach Tim Walz, you are going to be an incredible vice president. And to the delegates and everyone who has put your faith in our campaign, your support is humbling. As a prosecutor, when I had a case, I charged it not in the name of the victim, but in the name of the people. For a simple reason. In our system of justice, a harm against any one of us is a harm against all of us. And I would often explain this to console survivors of crime, to remind them no one should be made to fight alone. We are all in this together. And every day in the courtroom, I stood proudly before a judge and I said 5 words: Kamala Harris for the people. And to be clear, my entire career, I've only had one client, the people. And so, on behalf of the people, on behalf of every American, regardless of party, race, gender, or the language your grandmother speaks, on behalf of my mother and everyone who has ever set out on their own unlikely journey, on behalf of Americans like the people I grew up with, people who work hard, chase their dreams, and look out for one another, on behalf of everyone whose story could only be written in the greatest nation on earth, I accept your nomination to be President of the United States of America. And with this election, who we are and what we stand for: freedom, opportunity, compassion, dignity, fairness, and endless possibilities. We are the heirs to the greatest democracy in the history of the world. And on behalf of our children and our grandchildren and all those who sacrificed so dearly for our freedom and liberty, we must be worthy of this moment. It is now our turn to do what generations before us have done, guided by optimism and faith, to fight for this country we love, to fight for the ideals we cherish, and to uphold the awesome responsibility that comes with the greatest privilege on earth: the privilege and pride of being an American. So let's get out there, let's fight for it, let's get out there, let's vote for it, and together, let us write the next great chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told. Thank you. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you all.
telling these tears going far away, far away. Oh, maybe that's one burning to flames. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Yeah. Freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains up on myself. Won't let my freedom rot in hell. Hey, I'ma keep running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves. I'm telling these tears going far away, far away. Oh, may the last one burn into flames. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Yeah. Freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains up on myself. Won't let my freedom rot in hell. Hey, I'ma keep running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
Ten Hail Marys, I meditate for practice. Channel 9 News tell me I'm moving backwards. 8 blacks left, death is around the corner. 7 misleading statements by my persona. 6 headlights waving in my direction. 5-4 asking me what's in my possession. Yeah, I keep running, jumping back with their fire hydrants and hazardous smoke alarms on the microphones. For no one will cry for me, ride for me, try for me, live for me, breathe for me, sing for me, honestly guiding me. I could be more than I gotta be, still from me, lie to me, nation, hypocrisy, code on me, try for me, wicked, my spirit inspired me like, yeah. Open correctional gates in high desert. Yeah. Open our minds to cast away oppression. Open the streets and watch our beliefs. And when they call my name inside the concrete, I pray it forever.
Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Yeah. Freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains up on myself. Won't let my freedom rot in hell. Hey, I'ma keep running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
When I move my body just like this, I'm so hot, I feel like freedom. I hear a song that takes me back, and I let go with so much freedom. I'm gonna get my freedom. Someone around. feel like freedom. All that takes me back, and I let go with so much freedom. I'm gonna get people keep on learning. Soldiers keep on moving. World, keep on turning. Nothing but me tomorrow. Powers keep on lying. While the people keep on dying. World, keep on turning. Nothing but me tomorrow. So dark and let me try again. It's the last time on earth I have the whole world of sin. I'm so glad that I know more than I knew then. Gonna keep on trying till I reach the highest ground. Teachers, keep on teaching. Preachers, keep on preaching. Keep on turning. Doesn't bother me too long. Lovers, keep on loving. Believers, keep on believing. Sleepers, just stop sleeping. Doesn't bother me too long. I'm so glad that I am trying again. It's the last time on earth I ever know what I've seen. I'm so glad that I know more than I do then. Gonna keep on trying till I reach my highest ground. Till I reach my highest ground. No one's gonna bring me down. No. Till I reach my highest ground. Don't you let go.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us on Coffee with Democrats. One of the most powerful speeches in U.S. history, likely to be compared to those of John F. Kennedy and Franklin Roosevelt. That was such an amazing speech. Thanks again for joining us on Coffee with Democrats. This is such an amazing experience for us to be here as a delegate on the floor of the Democratic National Convention 2024 in Chicago, Illinois. Thank you, everybody, again for joining us. We appreciate you very much. We're going to stay on here for just a little bit longer. There's more excitement that's going to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric, the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz. Hold on just a little bit, folks. I'll be right back with you. All right, folks. What an amazing sight that is. Absolutely the most enthusiastic crowd. The capacity of this building is close to 22,000. And we're over capacity. One of the biggest crowds for a political rally. Here come the balloons from the ceiling. Folks, this is an exciting time for us to be here, to be able to witness this at the Democratic National Convention. For the nomination of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz as the President and Vice President of the United States of America, we got to get out and vote, folks. This is easy right now, but the hard part is from now until November 5th. We've got to get out and vote. We've got to prepare ourselves. We've got to steel ourselves to what's going on. We can't stop now. We've got to run through that finish line. We've got to keep going. We're the family of both Tim Walz and Kamala Harris. We're together now. You're starting to hear the balloons popping, the noise that's being made. Again, this is an amazing time. Thanks for joining us on Coffee with Democrats.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Think that you're not gonna let yourself be free. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go the only way back when.
Okay.
All right, folks. Thanks for bearing with us there. We had a little technical issue, but we are back on here now with Jacob Rosecrants. You know, I was just talking a little bit. We gave that video, and it showed the excitement of the Democratic National Convention that we had in Chicago. And man, the excitement that we're seeing out here in the field is unbelievable. Everybody on CNN, everybody on Fox, they're talking about how bad things are and how this bump for Kamala Harris is, it's over with. She's on decline. I don't see it. I don't see it out here in the field. We're in deep red Oklahoma, and we've got a steady stream of people coming into the office here, talking to us about their excitement, talking about picking up signs. They're excited about buying the signs and putting them up in their yard, not just for Kamala Harris, but everybody down ballot, including people like Jacob Rosecrants. So, Jake, talk to us a little bit about what you're experiencing.
Well, first of all, hello, everybody. I am State Representative Jacob Rosecrants. I've been at this since, for a while now, 2017, although I ran first in 2016. Some of y'all may remember that. So I can tell you right now that I actually do notice little, imperceptible changes within my district, which is still, it still leans Republican even. So, and I'm a Democrat. It's about 12% or 8% Republican. So it's interesting to kind of catch people's views because it's not just straight, straight party Democrat. I talk to Republicans, I talk to independents, and of course I talk to Democrats. And I just knocked doors yesterday. That's how you do it. You knock doors, you go ask people what their issues are and things like that. And so sure enough, after a big debate, that's what came up. And even my Republican friends, guys, they admitted, they were like, I don't think Trump did very well. And that was an understatement. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that that's absolutely the case. I mean, even if you want to say, stylistically, whatever, just technically, she destroyed him. Like, put a piece of bait out there and he just and just took it. And just the crazy things that came out of his mouth. And you saw everything if you're on Twitter or X or whatever it's called these days. So what I'm hearing, though, honestly, this is independents and Republicans mostly. Everybody's tired of the divisiveness. Everybody's tired of hearing that we're less than, that the country's not doing great. Everybody's tired of Ryan Walters, especially. I know I'm a former teacher, so maybe I couldn't tell if it was chicken before the egg. Is it because my issues are trying to protect and strengthen our public schools? Or is that the issues of the district? Well, I think it's a little bit of both. Because every time I talk to somebody and ask them their issue, that's usually what they lead off with, especially after Walters, after Norman Public Schools said, yeah, we're not doing the Bible mandate thing. Which of course I'm in Norman. And so people are like, is he going to come after our school district? And, they're just like, they do not like this guy. And that's even from very, very conservative Republicans who love their public schools, who love Norman North and Norman High out here. So I'm telling you, I'm hearing that's just the hopeful part. I'm not even talking about Democrats, y'all. Democrats are over the moon right now with Kamala Harris and especially Tim Walz. Because, guys, listen, again, education's a big deal out here. Tim Walz, think about this. He's a geography teacher. I'm a geography teacher, or was. He was in the military for so long. The guy actually has all of this like kind of common dude sense going on that really speaks to people, especially when I go knock on those doors as well. So the excitement level, I just came in here just honestly to drop off some signs, some of my yard signs, because they can't stay on the shelves, guys. That's different too. I'm not used to that kind of thing. So we've actually had to make a couple more orders. And sure enough, Kevin was in here and this wasn't really planned, but I just wanted to kind of talk to folks and kind of tell you what I'm hearing on the doors and all the excitement. It is absolute just I've never seen anything quite like this. And I've been on the door since 2016. Just people running me down like, hey, are you Jacob? Can I have a yard sign? I'm voting for you. And I look at the, their voter registration. I'm like, you're Republican? We'll take it. Again,
and we're seeing people come in here to the office who are Republicans coming into the Democrat office to pick up Democrat signs.
I've never seen that. So again, I know people are like, oh, well, this is just like the honeymoon. Well, the honeymoon's it lasts a long time.
Yeah.
I think we need to get past that and realize that this is real, true excitement, not just from our base, but from people who are tired of Trump, to be honest with you, and of his acolytes, like Superintendent Ryan Walters.
Right. So we need to talk more about your race. You're representing District 46 on the west side of Norman. You know, and you're in a predominantly Republican area.
Yes.
What is that? It's like 60-40 Republican over Democrats over there, something like that.
Redistricting, it changed a little bit because I used to have Noble, Oklahoma attached to my district, which talk about gerrymandering. How are you going to have the northwest part of Norman connected with Noble, Oklahoma? But honestly, in redistricting, the representative in the rural areas, those areas are not as populous. And so they needed to grow. I needed to then shrink. So I have nothing but Norman now, but it's still, it makes a C around the university. I don't have anything in the university. So, but it made it a little bit better. So like I said, it was plus 12% Republican, meaning if everybody came out to vote, it would be 12% more Republicans than Democrats. And now it's +8. So it's the only red House district in the state. I'm sorry, in Norman. You know, because you've got Representative Deck in the center of Norman, it's blue. You've got Representative Annie Menz over on the east side of Norman, and that tends to go back and forth, but it's about +4% Democrat as well. And she works very hard out there as well to get those folks out and make sure they understand it's much more than just party. And that's kind of what I've got going on out here too. This is my 6th competitive re-election campaign since 2016. You know, I've started this whole journey in 2016. I got caught up in the Bernie wave, guys. I was a teacher and dad. That's really all I really wanted to do with my life. And then got kind of caught up in the Bernie wave. And what really spoke to me was the fact that the millionaires and billionaires and how much control they have over things. That's absolutely true. And lobbyists in general. So I got involved with that, lost my first election to, 11-year incumbent, Scott Martin, who now leads the Norman Chamber of Commerce. And that's the thing. I lost that. He quit to take over that position, and I just continued to run. So, you know, I lost in 2016, won in 17 by flipping that vote, won in 18. So yeah, 3 in a row. That's why I don't look all skinny and beautiful anymore. I'm very stressed. But and then of course ran in 2020 during COVID, which was difficult, but we won barely. And then in 2022 we did really well, and then we're hoping to do that same thing here in 2024. Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, it has been. But folks, he can't do it by himself. He needs our help. And he needs our help in a lot of different ways. I've got to come out this Saturday and go driving with him and take him around to all the neighborhoods so that he can have time to just spend time at the house and talk to each person there and his constituents. And so Saturday, I'm going to be reaching out to him and seeing what I can do about driving him. I can't walk anymore. My legs are shot. I always call people, I got bad wheels. So anyway, but we're going to drive him around. We're going to have fresh water for him so that, you know, I'm going to be his coach, and we're going to have him running hard because we want to get him to as many homes as we can. And so,
yeah, and Kevin's right. Real quick, we do have our events. They are the same day and time every day until the election day. That's from 10 a.m. to noon at Pink Pig Cafe, which used to be All About Cha, on West Main and 36th Avenue Northwest. So if you're from Norman, just show up. We need door knockers the most. I know Kevin's wheels are kind of bad, and we've got a lot of people with bad wheels. Hopefully he will be my driver, because my driver just called me and said they can't drive today.
I'll be there.
There you go. Got a driver. There, if my campaign team's watching, we got a driver. Yeah, it's great. We go out there. You can pick up a yard sign. If you do knock doors for me or drive, I'll give you a free T-shirt. You know, a Rosecrants T-shirt. I'm not wearing one today. I'm wearing my, what is this? Oh, I rickrolled y'all. Yeah, there you go. You like that? But yeah, no, it's great. We've been doing it for a really long time at that spot. And so please come on out.
And he needs help financially. And I've got the Act Blue right there at the bottom. Please support him financially too. I mean, we ask that about everybody. But again, if you live in the Norman area and you're in House District 46, give him a little bit. He doesn't need a lot, but he needs something. He needs, and it all adds up. So, we're not looking for millionaires to give $1 million. We're looking for people to give, $5 or $10. Buy him a cup of coffee, only do it in cash. That's what I'm asking for people to do. Buy him a soda, $2 in a soda. Just do that to him a couple of times. And it really goes a long ways. It buys flyers. It goes for text messaging. It goes for, just a little bit of gas money to help get around. Just a little bit helps a great deal. So don't hold back. We need to support our candidates the best we can. And then the last thing we need to talk about, and I'll let you take the lead on this, iwillvote.com. Check your registration.
Yeah, guys. IWillVote.com. Okay, first of all, we keep hearing that we're in a red state, right? Okay, I get that. But you know what changes that? It changes it when you register and you go vote.
Right.
That's the key. That's the key. And you know what? If I didn't have to run in a competitive re-election every 2 years, that's what I would be focusing on doing is making sure that people are getting registered to vote, so they can have their voices heard. And so, and honestly too, so they can push past any kind of voter disenfranchisement that a party in power loves to do.
Right.
So it's really just that important. And honestly, really cool story here at Cleveland County Democratic Party headquarters. A guy who just moved here came in and he just registered to vote straight up. He just didn't know where he could go. He came here and we had all the requisite stuff. Heck, it's even as easy as a QR code, because you can definitely go online and do that. And you have until, I believe, October 5th to do
11th.
that. Oh, October 11th.
Yeah,
So one
10,
day
11.
after my birthday. I should have known
10,
that.
11.
Should have known that. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, October 11th. I say 5th because, hey, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Don't wait until the 11th.
Do it today.
Do it today. Yeah, absolutely. And it's amazing. This is like the 8th person today that has got a Harris sign walking out. Hey, this is just 10 o'clock in the morning, folks. This is unbelievable. And the excitement, I showed that pump video just a little bit ago to get you pumped up and excited. You just got to come down here to the Democratic office and spend a little bit of time, because it's exciting to be here. We just saw, I didn't want to take your thunder away, but we just, the most beautiful thing we've seen all morning, a lady with her little child was walking out, and the little child wanted to carry the sign and walked, and it brought tears to my eyes. It was just so beautiful to see people who cared so much about the future, and they care about the future of their children. And that's why they're voting for Harris and Walz. But IWillVote.com is an important thing. We've got to get out there, get registered. And guess what? In the state of Oklahoma, we have purged your voter rolls. If you haven't voted in a few times, you're done. So you got to go back and re-register. So go to IWillVote.com, check your registration. If you're not registered, get registered. You can do it all online mostly. And then if you need to go out to the election office out at the Cleveland County Fairgrounds, go get it done, because we can't wait until November 5th. The other thing we got to make sure that you have, check your ID. Make sure that your driver's license isn't expired, because you don't want to show up on election day, put your license down there, and it's expired. Now you can't even do your civic responsibility and vote. So get things done, and let's make sure that your vote counts. We want to make sure everybody gets out this time. We can actually turn Cleveland County blue. We can turn Oklahoma County blue. We can turn Tulsa blue, and we can turn a lot of the state of Oklahoma purple.
Did you see, Kevin, that a pretty conservative polling group has said that Oklahoma County is in play?
That's right.
For Kamala Harris and
right.
Tim Walz. That's the first time I've seen that. Well, now I know a lot of y'all are going to be like, "Oh, Oklahoma's county is full of Democrats." Well, it's really not.
No.
Honestly, Trump carried all 77 counties these last few elections. I don't know how or why, it blows my mind, but it's happened. So I don't think Cleveland County is going to change over just yet, but Oklahoma County will start there. We'll start working, guys. The way it's done is by registering to vote and then actually voting. That's another thing too. I actually go talk to my friends at colleges as well. And they're all excited. They're like, "Oh, let's go. But then when you look at, who all votes, I'm still getting voted by 50 plus.
Yeah.
That's my base. And that's not the way it should be. So if you want to have your voice heard, truly heard, and then also be able to elect people that reflect your voice, well, then you got to go out and vote. And we need to see you as a voting block that is to be respected. Listen, I respect everybody, but what I'm trying to say by this is that, for instance, after the teacher walkout, a lot of folks that I work with across the aisle were like, "Whoa, teachers are can't mess with them." Well, then what happened is that people didn't show up to vote after they did that, and they don't take teachers seriously anymore. They're like, "Well, what are they going to?" They had a 80,000 person walkout, and yet they're still not voting in numbers that are going to change things, especially in the rural areas.
Right.
So there you go. That's just a little insight from the folks across the aisle that I work with. They need to see people as threats to their hegemony. Really, I can't think of a better word for it. Yeah. And the way you do that is vote. The way you do that is register and then vote. That's the way you change things. That's it. That's the only way you can really do it.
It is so great to see you again. You're a great friend. We're neighbors. Yeah. We spend a lot of time. And shame on me for not driving you before now. That's shame on me.
It's all good.
But so I'm going to try to get that corrected this weekend. We'll do it at least once, maybe more between now and November 5th.
Well, and Kevin too, I knock during the weekdays as well. People don't remember that. I can't teach and do this at the same time. So my number one job is being the state representative of District 46, meaning I have time after I drop my kids off from school to go to the doors. And honestly, that's some of the toughest times to go out because you got so many things going on. Well, if I have a driver, I'm going out. It's like working out, y'all. It is. It really is. It's like an accountability partner, kind of like what you said. And we're in a heat wave. I just heard that the other day because I'm like,
in the 90s again.
Fall is here. No, it's not. And so I'm going to need a driver for sure. And I appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, guys, we appreciate you being our audience today and coming in and listening in, because you are our base. We really appreciate everything that you stand for. And actually, we appreciate being able to spend a little bit of our time with you because, again, your time is valuable. And for you to be able to take time to just join us is great. And tomorrow we've got another exciting show. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. And guess who's going to join us? It's going to be Trish Ranson. Representative Trish is going to be on Friday the 13th, folks. That's an inside joke because I went to OU and she's at Stillwater and went to OSU.
Yeah, I'm an OU guy too. So listen, but she's good people. I'm telling you, even though she's a cowgirl, which listen, they're Big 12 now. They're my favorite Big 12 team.
That's right. That's right. And as much as we joke back and forth, guess what? We are brothers and sisters in the democracy of this state and in this country. So we're going to do everything we can to pick each other up and help each other. So, hey, until tomorrow, folks, thanks for joining us on Coffee with Democrats. Please be safe.